events, and issues shaping our community. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
We are on the plaza of the state capitol here in Tallahassee, Florida. And as you can tell, Children's Week is just getting started behind us. I'm Spiro Kenton. And our guest this hour, Representative Julio Robaina. He's from the Florida House of Representatives, and he's District 117, and that's down in South Miami.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
It's great to be here. I'm doing very well. A little cold, but we're doing well.
A little cool up here, but it's nice. I got to ask you, number one, we a lot of discussion about the Indian Compact, and you're on the select committee.
Correct.
Talking about that. Good things or bad things ahead?
Well, in my opinion, it's got both positive and negative issues on it. The bill looks a lot like the original compact deal that was cut with the governor and the tribe. And I think education will benefit. But more importantly, I think what we're trying to do is hold all gaming establishments harmless, meaning our pari-mutuels and those type of facilities. And of course, that the tribes have the opportunity to continue to have their services here in Florida.
What will this do for education? And our legislators, depending on this compact, actually fund education this year?
Unfortunately, we are.
Yeah.
We're depending on this revenue before it's even come in order to balance the budget this year, which in my opinion is not a healthy thing, but the reality is that Florida is having its fiscal issues this year, and that funding will be necessary to help balance the budget.
Is this a tougher year than last year, or is it getting better?
I would say it's tougher, although the numbers are less, the $3.2 billion shortfall. But remember last year we had a lot of stimulus dollars that we were able to put into the budget, and we basically are down to almost nothing. So this is coming off the back of Floridians, and that's why, since we don't have federal dollars, we're looking for dollars from outside sources, and the gaming dollars from this compact are going to help balance the budget.
The National Health Care Bill, is that impacting your budget at all?
Absolutely, and it will, and that's why I think that there's a lot of conversation right now, meetings going on how that will impact Florida. I know that we have an Attorney General that's suing the federal government on that particular issue. And I think not only on principle or that he has philosophical differences with it, but also the financial, what you call impact, a mandate from the federal government to impact a state of Florida to implement something like that. Let's
talk about something close to your heart, condo reform. You're very involved in condo legislation, and you have an initiative going on right now that you feel very important.
Absolutely. You know that the state of Florida has seen a huge problem with real estate in Florida. It's just not selling. And believe it or not, the biggest surplus of real estate that we have in Florida are condominiums. We have more condos, believe it or not, on the market that are either not sold or in foreclosure and on a short sale list than single family homes. And I've been doing condo laws for about 8 years, normally things to do with the boards and the property management companies. But this year I have a huge bill. It's called the Distressed Condo Act. And basically, Spiro, what it will do is will help jumpstart the sale of all these empty condo units that you're seeing all around Florida. And what it does, it creates an incentive for investors that have told us, we're not buying in Florida because if we buy 7 units or more, you're going to make me responsible for the entire building. I become what they call the successor developer. Well, what we're doing is removing that provision so that an investor is an investor in Florida. If you want to buy 1 unit or you want to buy 100, you're responsible for yours. You can co-share the maintenance like you do it in an association environment. And we know that the investors are there. They've been waiting for this law. It's now on the floor. Hopefully it'll be in the governor's lap the next week or so. And if it becomes law by the summer, we're hoping to see contracts on all those empty condo units in Florida.
Oh, so that's very important, really think, to jump-starting the real estate.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about being the first step to jumpstart the real estate market, and it's a bill that the realtors have been working with me and all the groups that have an interest in it.
All right, well, thanks very much. Sounds very important. I hope you're successful. This hour's newsmaker, Representative Julio Robaina from the Florida House of Representatives, District 117 down in South Miami. And we're up here in Tallahassee, right on the steps of the state capitol. It's Children's Week, and you can tell it's heating up behind us. I'm Spiro Kenton. We thank you for joining us.